맞습니다. 오,
I smell trouble.
Shutting them down.
I will do. Take him down.
Shield disabled. Just a second. I've lost shield.
I'll kill you. I will.
Lost shield.
I'm on it.
I've lost shields.
오, 뭐야? 아, 맞다. 이런 게 있었지. 아, 잘못 눌렀다. 레벨 디젤. 안 돼.
I owe you one.
Okay.
와. 대박.
Go, go, go.
뭐야, 맞았는데 안 맞아.
Shields down. Go, go, go. I've lost shield. Been hit.
와우. 아, 좀 죽여봐. 오, 뭐야?
Try you. Locked and loaded.
오, 쎄.
I've lost shield.
오, 됐어.
Clear.
아, 이거 파괴하면은 쉬었던 건데. 아, 솔직히 이거 똑같은 거네. 뭐였지? 음. 당신 노예미며 관련된 시타델의 대사들을 선도하는 나사나 덴티우스라는 대사의 자매에 대한 증거를 발견하였습니다. 당신은 프리시디움으로 돌아가서 나사나와 대면하여 자초지정을 설명하게끔 해야 합니다. 그러고. 들어가. 아, 어디로 가야지 그 여자를 만날 수 있는 거지? 이 은하계 아닌데 이 행성이 아닌가? 저장부터 하고. 오케이. 여기 아닌 것 같은데. 나가야겠다. 여기서 시간을 소모하고 싶지 않아. 빨리 메인 퀘스트 밀어야 되는데. 아, 꼭 처음. 이 행성은 아니고 그도 아니고 스파르타, 크로노스, 아테네. 아니고 아니고 크노소스. 그 박산지 뭔지를 찾아야 되는데 지금. 테러? 여기일 것 같기도 하고. 여기
Commander, I'm picking up
Oh,
some strange
맞나?
readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
오. 여기가 맞는 것 같다. 생긴 것만 봐도 지금 딱 일직선으로 향해야 되게끔 돼 있군요. 그래도 탐구심이 불타오르네. 탐험심이. 여기 안 돼? 자꾸 로딩하죠? 이 차 진짜 안 되나 보다. 뭐 들어갈 수 있는 데 아니겠죠? 가자. 분명 어디선가 날 공격해 올 텐데. 여기구만. 저항이 없네. 뭐야 저거? 어? 저거 그거 아니야 오징어? 봐봐. 아, 나 이 외계인들 진짜. 이거 떨어지면 죽나? 아, 저장 한번 해야겠다. 다시 하기 싫으니까. 한번 떨어져 봐야겠다. 바로? 아, 이거 위에 거 돌아가. 오케이. 바로 이펙트도 없이 그냥 떨어지면 죽네. 뭐 하자는 거지? 귀찮았나? 와우. 또 있어.
This route's a no-go. They have height and cover.
어? 진짜 너무 튕긴다. 죽은 거야? 어우, 센데. 또 도대체가
Perimeter secured.
아, 이 정제소. 뭐야? 길을 여는 거네. 굳이? 돌아왔는데? 여기도 있다. 이게 뭐지? 폭탄 하나 얻었고. 오. 이제는 4레벨 아이템을 뿌리는구나. 그 정도 왔다 이건가? 몇 렙이 최고지? 와, 막힌 길 대박. 왜 만들어 놓은 거야 이거? 시간 소모하라고? 반대쪽으로 차를 타고. 여긴 적이 있으니까. 오케이. 당연히 수동 무효화지.
Area secured.
오케이, 가자. 차. 또 있나? 끝? 되게 반짝반짝거려서 멀리서 잘 보인다. 어? 왜 저렇게 막 빛나게 만들었을까? 아, 포착이 되게. 외계인들의 기술은 참으로 알다가도 모르겠다. 와 뭐야 저거. 와 저거 안 죽어. 뭐야 저거. 죽은 거야? 저기 이상하게 생겼어. 왜 저렇게 생긴 거야? 징그럽게 생겼어. 밟았네. 와. 기관총이 더 재밌긴 해. 가자. 저 용암 밟으면 바로 사망한 게 너무 웃기다. 시작했네. 저장. 와 탱크 되게 세. 뭐야 교란 데는 뭐야. 안되나? 오씨 안되나? 내리라 이 말이야. 내리기 싫은데. 보이니? 저장하자. 저장 안 되네.
Negative contacts, Commander.
우와, 이거 어떡해?
Shields down! Shields disabled!
야!
It's payback time.
뭐야 이건 또. 얘 죽었나? 근데 나 되게 은근 세진 것 같은데. 진짜 로켓표. 시작. 오, 예스. 뭐야 저건? 그거네. 브라키오사우루스. 우와. 야, 이걸 어떻게 이겨? 미쳤네. 허허. 훨씬 점프 못하나? 빨리. 다행이다. 저 여자애 데리고 와가지고 싸움 제일 잘하는. 할 때마다 컷신 보는 거 진짜 귀여워하네. 와. 컷신 점프 좀 하게 해주세요. 점프하는 방법 없나? 저 웨이브를 내가 지금 할 때마다 가야 돼? 브라키오사우루스. 안돼. 왜 이래.
Just a scratch.
어쩌라고. 아. 이거 어떻게 해야 되지? 감이 안 잡히네. 오. 또 죽었어? 설마 여기가 찾았어. 얍세비. 오쉣. 얍세비 아니네. 야, 날 좀 커버해봐.
I'm a little busy here. I'm ready.
아, 됐어.
All targets down.
진짜? 오. 아 저격수까지 있으니까 진짜 힘들다. 저격수가 너무 세 이 게임. 아 나 저격수 할 걸 그랬나? 저격수 진짜 좋은 거 같은데. 저장 한 번만. 샷건을 선택했다가 지금 샷건을 뭐 거의 쓰지도 못하고. 와 뭐야 이거 무슨 터널이야 이거. 야 여기 로켓 런처를 발사한다고? 야 오. 오케이.
Perimeter clear.
가봅시다.
It looks like this cavern formed around the ruin after it was built.
저건 뭐야? 뭐야 이거? 에디제를 얻었어. 야. 드론 제일 싫어.
Built to last. Looks like a lava flow port in here.
뭐야 이거? 뭐야? 안돼 엘리베이터.
Hello? Can somebody help me? Please?
뭐야? 이거 왜 저기 안에 있어?
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Liara to Sony, I presume.
Thank the goddess. I did not think anyone would come looking for me. Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
How'd you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please!
Any suggestions on how we can help?
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
아, 잠시 중요한 문자가 와서. 그래서 와, 왜 이렇게 아파 저거. 뭘 해야 되지?
That's it. Bag 'em and tag 'em.
와, 뭐야 이거. 어이? 어허. 위. 뭐야? 길을 연 것인가? 그럼 여긴 다 뭐야? 아이템? 아이템 없나? no. 왜 없을 리가 없지. 레벨 5 아이템들을 주는구만 이제. 어이. 스피드. 템을 좀 배치할 때가 됐나? 템을 교체 한번 하고. 돌격 소총. 와, 레벨 5 세다. 와, 이거 뭐야, 정확도 왜 1이지? 어우, 그렇지. 토네이도? 와, 토네이도 되게 좋다. 아, 스팅어 2인데도 엄청 좋네. 드디어 더 좋은 걸 발견했다. 저 스팅어가 퀘스트로 얻은 아이템인데 솔직히 이 정도면은 뭐. 오케이. 요건 안 되는구만. 얘는 무슨 아이템을 쓰지 보통? 저게 주목인 것 같긴 해. 예. 오, 얘는 다 쓸 수 있네? 오케이. 이거 옴니툴도 얻은 건데. 육? 와. 오케이. 이거 안 쓰잖아 근데. 돌격소총. 아, 머리 아파. 난 빼봐. 쓰는 것부터. 사격 6. 그렇지. 이거 사실 안 쓰는데. 폭탄, 수류탄, 오케이. 캐릭터를 내가 되게 방치해뒀었구나. 됐어, 뭐 이 정도면. 귀찮. 내 캐릭터 나오고 올리면 되지. 뭐였지 방금? 가즈야. 너 되게 세진 것 같은 느낌이야. 엘리베이터스.
How did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
그런 건
We have to
중요하지
get
않아.
you out of here before more Geth arrive.
Yes, you're right. I've seen enough of them to last a lifetime. That button should shut down my containment field.
함정 아니야? 함정은 아니고. 박사,
Any idea
나갑시다.
how we get out of this place? There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on.
Yes.
I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. Think fast, Miss Prothean expert.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
뭐야, 또 보스야?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event.
그럼 빨리
We have
지름길로
to hurry.
인도하시오.
The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
He needs to move faster.
야, 빨리 와. 8분? 설마 저 여자가 내 동료가 되는 건가? 오. 뭐하죠, 두꺼비는? 포위된 건가?
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for giving me those energy and the doctor.
큰 팀
Whatever
아니었어?
it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
Is this really the time?
The atmosphere is perfect for our life and death struggle. Kill him. Spare the Asari if you can.
어이 어이,
Doesn't matter.
나한테 안 된다고. 야! 아니, 너무
Saren's
순삭인데?
look- What the?
아니, 너무하네. 아, 진짜 컷신 좀 점프하면 안 되나?
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
그렇지.
I like your attitude.
이러고 있을 시간이 없다고. 박사를 먼저 보내야 되는 거 아니야? 지금 하면 돼. 무! 엘리베이터 때문에. 나왔어. 다행이다. 노르망디 와 있네 위에.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander.
아 그래?
But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
50년?
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child.
야 부럽다.
That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
Did your research turn up anything interesting?
What is interesting is what I did not turn up. There is
Wow.
remarkably little archaeological evidence of the Protheans, and even less that might explain why
아무것도
they
발견하지
disappeared.
못하는 게
It is
흥미롭다.
almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
그랬겠지.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research.
직감으로
But I know
연구하면
I'm right,
안 믿어주지.
and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
What cycle? What are you talking about?
The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never
아,
heard of.
나보다
How
몰라?
do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Of course, you are right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
Looks like we wasted our time here.
Wait, Commander. Saren might try another attempt on my life. I'd feel safer if you let me stay on your ship. Besides, my knowledge of the Protheans might prove useful later.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
We've already got every other non-human species on board. Might as well add an Asari to the team.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful.
오, 아사리가 합류했고.
I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just
그분은 외계인도
mental
볼 수 있나?
exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
Go see the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
저번에 하니까 잔소리만 하던데.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
I don't need this.
Communications cut, Commander.
쟤는 세런을 빨리 잡아다가 대가리를 받쳐야지만 나를 인정해 주는 것인가?
Yes, Commander?
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I, pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is.
Oh,
You
my God.
won! Top of my class in flight school? I earned that. All put the Normandy in my...
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
오케이. 나이스. 저장 한번 하고. 난 마지막 동료를 어디서 얻는 건가 했더니만 페로스로 가야 할 것 같아. 그 전에 대화 좀 해봐야겠다.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of
Well,
where
they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
And what do they think?
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
Ever thought about going back under the knife? Maybe get an upgrade?
No thanks, Commander. One slip and you can't remember your own name. The L2s spike higher anyway. My abilities would drop with pain-free L3s. That'd be a cold day before I turn myself over to a Canadic subsidiary.
I haven't heard anything about Canadics in a while.
Yeah, they quietly disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of little corps after they botched the training on Jump Zero. After first contact, Canadics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Canadics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. they had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Canadics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Get your knuckles rapped a few times, Lieutenant?
Yeah, you could say that. Our instructor was a Turian by the name of Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Well, you're a hell of a biotic, though. He must have done something right.
Well, I got to where I am because I took initiative. Good or bad, I own that. Pretty much despite Canadics. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni.
Tassoni.
Seems like a sweet girl. Easy on the eyes. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
No, Commander. Just art appreciation.
What's your opinion on...
I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Just remember, Lieutenant, I saw her first.
Only by a few seconds, sir.
What's your opinion?
I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
We'll talk another time.
아이템 한번 정리해야겠네. 메디잭.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
여기 있었구만. 이 방에 왜 있나 했네.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
근데 확실히 뭔가 젊어 보이긴 하다.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I had to save you. You can help me stop Saren.
I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau, I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
야, 근데 103살이야.
You share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
Benezia was swept up in events beyond her control and lost herself. She fell under the spell of indoctrination and became part of the very thing she wanted to stop. But I will remember and honor how she lived, not how she died. My mother was strong, kind, and beautiful. And now she is gone.
내가 없앴어.
Are you going to be okay?
You are kind to ask, Shepard. I do miss her, and I grieve for what happened to her. But I will not let my grief interfere with what we are trying to accomplish.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel.
Oh.
We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us.
아,
We
진짜?
still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among
아,
my
진짜?
people. It is
완전
possible
반대네.
Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
난 가장 궁금한 게 이거였어. 이 문어 머릿속 안에는 뭐가 있을까 여기? 새로운 종족에 대해서 배우게 됐다.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Saren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
Don't worry.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant.
귀족의 딸이었구만.
My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
말이지.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
엄청 많나 보네.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy.
사랑을 많이
People
못
counted on
받았구나.
him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it, not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
오케이.
I should go.
See you later.
물 좀 떠야겠다. 오케이.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs, had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility. counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Nobody's making a killing out there.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threaten? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel.
아니
I
어차피
told them
뭐
those hostages were
민간인들
dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
A few casualties is a small price to pay to stop someone like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those hostages might be wishing they'd died by now anyway. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
와 사이드 퀘스트 진짜 많다.
What do you want, Shepard?
I found this armor. Does it belong to you?
Let me see. Damn. This is it. Hard to believe my ancestors wore this piece of crap. But at least it's back where it belongs. Thanks, Shepard. I might be starting to like you after all.
You getting soft on me, Rex?
Just because I like you doesn't mean I wouldn't kill you.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
You're a sister, I assume?
Until I get home and kill her. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? Tassoni?
Liara. Why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her. Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so
질투하는
much,
거였나?
I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I met Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go
많이
where
다녔네.
personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
그치, 이사를 많이 다니면 친구가 없지.
Next, you'll tell me you all ran across green fields singing show tunes.
Don't knock show tunes. I might have to take exception. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
Sounds like that situation didn't last.
Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Oh.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword.
그때까지 학교도가
She
있어.
always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before I
뭐야?
took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Where was your father during this? Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, "Space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there." I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
You know that old saw, "There's never an atheist in a foxhole"? I've been in a lot of foxholes.
Yeah, I guess you have.
참호 속엔 무슨
I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
Not everyone's as close to their family as you are.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny, I never really thought about that before. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking.
Not everyone...
Too bad those ruins got destroyed.
We'll talk later, Willie.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
아니 얘가 무슨 무기를 쓰는지 어떻게 알지? 오, 스킬 포인트 많이 모았네? 귀찮으니까 그냥 막 나가야겠다. 어? 오케이, 얘는 됐고 찰리, 렉스, 캐러스. 그래, 얘가 권총 쓰나? 오, 이것도 1이구만. 하나당 2개씩 박은 거. X. 아주 다들 안 좋고만 쓰고 있었구만. 리아라. 왜 내가 옛날에 있던 거 아닌가? 오케이.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what
You bet, Commander.
활기. 1은 이게 별로 오 4는 팔아야지. 삼 3까지는 팔아야겠다. 오케이. 와 이거 한 번에 하는 거 없나? 뭐야? 아, 내가 안 박았구나. 이런. 예스, 드디어 아이템 다 정리했다. 저장.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
누구?
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm room. Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
I'll take it in the comm room.
통신실. 통신실 어디지? 여긴가?
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
What kind of information?
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck,
책임은
Commander
안
Shepard.
지겠다.
We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
뭐 스펙터가 더러운 일 하는 놈들이니까. 페로스 페로스 대박. 여긴 정거장이 있네. 버마이어에 있는 셀러리 연장자 팀이 사용했다. 뭐 여기부터 끝내면 되겠지.